Hello YouTubers, I just got done seeing Tomb Raider, and yeah, Alicia Vikander is awesome as Lara Croft. Tomb Raider was first a video game that started in 1996. The series has gone strong for 20 plus years with many incarnations, including 2 live-action films starring Angelina Jolie. In 2018, we have the Tomb Raider reboot starring Alicia Vikander, and this is more based on the 2013 video game reboot by Square Enix of Tomb Raider and Rise of Tomb Raider. It's very much more of the modern Lara Croft, where Angelina Jolie was much more akin to the '90s Lara Croft. We also have Daniel Wu as Lu Ren. He does a really fantastic job here. I'm a big fan of his from Into the Badlands. He plays Sonny, and he's good as a sidekick here. Although we don't get to see too much of his martial arts skills, he really does a good job as his captain of a sea boat. We really get to see him as this character of Lu Ren. And he does help Lara Croft when it matters. We also have Walter Goggins as the villain, Matthias, and he's working with the group Trinity that's after supernatural relics. Their plan on world domination, they're everywhere. They're pretty much the Spectre of the Tomb Raider universe. We also have Dominic West as Richard Croft, and it is directed by Norwegian director War Uthog. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a first time director of like a big Hollywood film. He's done some other Norwegian films, and I have to say I like his directing style here. The cinematography, everything feels grounded. There is CGI computer effects, but it feels real in many ways. They really grounded it like the 2013 video game. And there's certain nods to Alicia Vikander as Lara Croft to the video game in many ways. Certain moments that they recreate that as a fanboy, as a gamer that's played the video games, I'm just like, wow, I can't believe they recreated that moment. There's certain moments that happen, you're like, oh my god, I think I know what's going to happen next, and they go there. But there is some unrealistic moments in the film where in the video game you would die. But like I said, she's a very different Lara Croft, much like the 2013 game. This is before she's like the archaeologist, kick-ass Lara Croft that we've seen in previous films and video games. And she doesn't want her estate, her inheritance. Her father has been missing for 5 years, and they think he's dead. He's probably been gone longer in reality. And we get to see that shown through flashbacks, so we get to see an ordinary Lara Croft. We see there's an adrenaline junkie side to Lara Croft. We see that there's a thirst for adventure. And she ends up finding this puzzle box of her father's, and it basically takes her on this epic journey to an uninhabited island where there's conflict. And of course, without giving away too many spoilers, there's always some type of relic, some type of treasure, some type of tomb that these people have to raid. There's others who are bad, and we must get to the tomb first before the bad guys do. That's pretty much the plot of Tomb Raider. Now, I actually really like this film. The first half of it is really well done. Cons before I get to the positives. It's a slow pace. I don't know, between this and Black Panther, they always have flashback scenes or conversations with her father, with their fathers, and it feels like it's repetitive information that takes up most of the screen time that really lags the action that is presented. It takes a while to get going before they get to the island. Second of all, I don't really like how convenience plays a role in this. There's a lot of stuff that happened conveniently, and sometimes it kind of hinders Alicia Vikander's performance as Lara Croft. I love her as Lara Croft, but I feel like there's certain characteristics of the video game Lara Croft that are stronger. Even though Alicia Vikander trained, she is ripped in this. The same guy who trained her is going to train Gal Gadot in Wonder Woman 2. I mean, she really embraced the physique of Lara Croft and really got prepared for this role. But there's just a lot of stuff in the story, in the writing, that basically kind of hinder Lara Croft, whether it be not knowing any other languages, her only knowing English. In the video game, she knows multiple languages, and also just stuff happens conveniently. I would love to see her try to like fight for survival, much like the first video game. And I think to do that, it had to be rated R, where this is PG-13. They pay homage to the game, but there's a lot of stuff that they summarize and just kind of like bring in an abridged version. And I feel like it's lacking a middle or a second climax. It's one of those films that takes a while to get going. It gets going, and then there's just like a huge chunk of time, a whole bunch of convenience. Stuff happens because it has to happen, and they remember that, hey, it's a 2-hour movie and we have to end it. And then everything is just really rushed in the third act. To basically describe it without going into spoilers, there's more to it than that, but it's the one thing I had against this film that the video game Lara Croft in the rebooted series presented. Other than that, I thought Alicia Vikander rocked as Lara Croft, her fighting, and tenacity as Lara Croft, her bravery. And we also get to see her with puzzles, much like the video games. The other movies really didn't have her deal with puzzles and her trying to figure out certain things within the tomb, within catacombs or ruins, and I like that. I like the archery skills like the game. There's a lot of stuff here that really holds promise to future installments. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I actually like what they presented. It's pretty much a shortened version of the video game, and there is enough nods and homage to the video game from the rebooted series by Square Enix, but there's other elements that kind of hinder it. Walter Goggins is great as the villain. I like his performance. I like how mean he is, but they don't give him enough to do. There's no motivation. It's almost like he's there because he has to be there. He's doing stuff because he wants to get off the island and go visit his family, and there isn't really other motivations than that, and that really makes him a two-dimensional character, in my opinion. Other than that, though, Tomb Raider is a fun ride. It does have its flaws, but hey, it's not the best video game movie ever, but it is among one of the better ones, and it's in my personal top 5 favorites. So, if you're a fan of the new rebooted games, go in, you may enjoy yourself. There's certain moments that the video games have that are better than the films, but you kind of have to go in that with a grain of salt, much like book adaptations. But Tomb Raider is an awesome ride and kind of gives you that feeling of like Indiana Jones and stuff. Lara Croft is a female Indiana Jones, and I'm glad they presented more of the action-adventure kind of puzzle-solving element of Lara Croft, and I hope we get to see more of it. If they do have another, I hope they kind of borrow more of the action from the Angelina Jolie films and earlier games with the kind of groundedness of this film. It definitely leaves a lot open for the future, so I give it a 3 out of 5 and a B. If you're a fan of Lara Croft Tomb Raider, go ahead and watch this. You'll enjoy yourself, and it's not the worst video game movie. I mean, it's not like Super Mario Brothers, Silent Hill Revelations, or even like Mortal Kombat Annihilation or Assassin's Creed. It's better than that, but it's not the best. I still think Mortal Kombat and the first Silent Hill and the first Resident Evil are a bit stronger than Tomb Raider, but it's an enjoyable film. If you haven't seen it, go ahead, check it out. If you have seen Tomb Raider, let me know in the comments below. What did you think of this new Tomb Raider? What's your favorite Tomb Raider film, and what's your favorite Tomb Raider video game? Just let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe for more videos.